For the first time, Los Angeles has elected a woman mayor. She is a beacon to all Angelenos. It is my jubilant honor to welcome the next mayor of Los Angeles, Karen Bass.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
What a morning it is.
Yes.
And let me just thank everyone who is here, all of the people that worked so hard on this campaign, and people that I have known and worked with for many, many years. And of course, my daughter Yvette, who has been at my side at every major event and activity of this campaign. So I just thank you so much. You know, our City of Angels was founded 241 years ago. And for 128 of those years, since 1894, the Eagle of Los Angeles has been dedicated to uplifting the women of this city. And so it is with a special feeling in my heart and with the thoughts of my mother and my daughters and all of the women in this city that I stand before you in this place as the next mayor of Los Angeles. I do have to say, I kind of have to say that a couple of times for it to really sink in. Well, the model of the Eagle is, I will find a way or make one. And you might have heard me along the campaign trail talk about my colleague, John Lewis. And John Lewis used to always say, when he was facing a difficult situation, if you couldn't feel like you knew how to solve the problem, then it was your responsibility to make a way out of no way. And that's the spirit that drove me to run for mayor, and it's the spirit through which I will govern. To say the least, this was a tough campaign. It was a long campaign. But now it's time to come together and turn the page. I have great respect for anyone who is willing to put it all on the line to serve the public. And I had a great phone call last night with Rick Caruso, and I know that he will continue his civic participation in the city that we both love. I have always admired his lifelong commitment to the people of Los Angeles, and I look forward to working together with him in the future. Now, no matter who you voted for, no matter who you are or where you live, I will be a mayor for you. And that's the only way forward. The crisis we face affects us all, and all of us must be part of the solution. I have spent my whole life as a coalition builder, and make no mistake for me, and I've said this all along the campaign trail, being a coalition builder is not coming together to sing Kumbaya. Being a coalition builder Being a coalition builder is about marshaling all of the resources, all of the skills, the knowledge, the talent of this city. That is what being a coalition builder is about. It's about marshaling your resources to solve your problems. And many of you know I used to treat patients in the emergency room at County Hospital, and I think all of us have seen Code Blues. Hopefully only on television all of us have seen Code Blues. But what you don't see is a nurse or a doctor standing there alone. You see a team, every member contributing the best of what they have. That's how you save lives. And that's the kind of administration I will build to house people immediately and to increase safety and opportunity in every neighborhood. The people of Los Angeles have sent a clear message. It's time for change, and it's time for urgency. Tonight, 40,000 Angelenos will sleep without a home, and 5 might not wake up. Many Angelenos do not feel safe in their neighborhoods, and families are being priced out of their communities. This must change. And so to the people of Los Angeles, my message is, we are going to solve homelessness, we are going to prevent and respond urgently to crime, and Los Angeles will no longer be unaffordable for working families. Good Good jobs and affordable housing are on the way. Now, I will not accept the notion that this is the way it's always been done. This is how LA must continue to do things. I will not accept corruption or cronyism, and I will not accept the sleight of hand or shuffling problems around. If you tell me that this is the way it's always been done, and that means that we're supposed to continue to do it this way, and we know it's not working, then that's just not going to happen. That will not be acceptable, because I will only accept solutions. That's what my administration will deliver for LA. Los Angeles is a powerhouse. The freight coming through our ports powers our national economy. Our entertainment industry powers the dreams of the world, and our city is literally powered by the largest municipal utility anywhere. So we cannot settle for people dying on our streets. We cannot settle for Angelenos feeling like they must look over their shoulder when they walk down the street. And we cannot accept that some of our neighborhoods in this city have been designated the most overcrowded neighborhoods in the nation. We have to move LA in a new direction. This is the city where I was born. It's the city where my mother and father raised me and my 3 brothers. It's the city where I raised my children and where my children are raising their children, with Amelia and Michael always in our hearts. This is my home, and with my whole heart, I'm ready to serve. And my pledge to you is that I will hit the ground running day one. Los Angeles is the greatest city on earth, and I know if we come together, if we hold each other accountable, if we focus on the best of who we are and what we can achieve, we will create better neighborhoods today and a better future for our children. So to the people of Los Angeles, thank you. To the thousands of people who worked on my campaign, thank you. To everyone standing behind me in the sun, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. To everyone who will join our mission to move LA in a new direction, thank you, and mark my words, we will get big things done together. Thank you very much.